So for the basic wall development, we have created W1, 2, and 3. 6 is actually really simple, so I don't really need to demonstrate that. We look at 6. Let's see. 6 will be 4, 5, 6. Yep, I'm at 6, right? So 6 is really simple. Just create, duplicate, and place this. The metal stud will be the one at the core. The gypsum will be in the interior. Well, this is an interior wall, so they're both in the interior really, even if it says exterior. So we have created those. Note that some materials may need to be loaded, which I've shown you how, from the Revit library into the project. They're not all loaded, as they are not preloaded in the template, but all should be available from the default Revit libraries, loaded with Revit. You will be expected to place the core boundary elements of the wall assemblies around the appropriate layer. So this will be marked. Make sure that only those that need to be in the core is placed in the core. The rest should be either on top, going to the exterior, or at the bottom, going to the interior. Now, you do need also to modify wall number 1. So for wall number 1, you want to go to the materials browser, on the appearance tab, select the sample image and set the sample size to be some dimension between 420 and 620. So it could be 410 by 670. Make sure you remember these numbers, or you go back and check it again. So how do you do that? So let us edit W1. So first, you're in the wall command. So WA, if not, go to wall number 1, edit the type. You don't need to duplicate this. We're simply editing it. And for the finish, right, you go to the materials library or materials browser, and we're going to edit the image. When we say edit the image, we actually want to go to the appearance. And this is the image right here, right? If you click the image, it allows you to, it opens a dialog box, and it allows you to change these values right here. Okay, so how do you change those values? Okay, so here you can change the brightness, transform, link texture, transform. We have the offset, rotation, and then the sample size. Okay, so we have here quite a huge sample size, and in the example, it wants us to change it with the dimension between 420 and 680. I think that will be too small. Okay, but in any case, I just want you to change this value in any, making it a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. Now notice that they are linked. If you want the values to be different for the width and the height, make sure to unlink this first. Now, for this one, it looks like it is a square. You don't want to stretch that image or texture. So let's just make this 4,000 in this case. So I'm just going to make this 4,000. Okay. And then if you click here, it automatically updates to 4,000 since they are linked. It's going to be tiled. Okay. And if you want it offset, yeah, you can also do that. Okay, rotation. So why do you need to remember this value? Okay, so let's go back and see. Now, the thing is, I think the OK button is at the bottom. So let me put this at the other side and I'll click done. So there's a done button at the bottom of that palette. Okay, so I applied that to the image, right? right here. And then there's this roughness, okay? So you need to double click on the roughness as well. And the roughness actually is an image that applies a bump or some type of three-dimensionality into your texture, even when you render. Now, you want the same size, since it's actually the same image with a different contrast. Okay, notice that this is lighter. It's actually the same image, and maybe in a photo editing software, they just change it to make it lighter. Now, they must match. Okay, exactly. That's why it says remember the number, because you need to place it here. Now, what happened? 4,000, they were linked. Now, this one, I'm not sure why it's not showing the same value, even if they were linked. So that's the case. I'll just say 4,000 as well. So 4,000, 4,000, and then I'm going to link them, which is not good because then it changes. So I will just simply unlink, and for some reason just type 4,000, so they will be the same. Okay, now this is the source of the image, the location. If you want to change the image, of course you need to change it for this and the other image, right? Now, why would you want to do that? When you are creating a material, maybe you'd like to duplicate it and then change the texture. So you can click this button and you'll see here the different materials available. If you put here a tile image, then you can use that, especially if you want a unique material, or if you are renovating and you have a texture that you took a photo of and you want to show that same texture, exactly that same texture, and you cannot find it online, yeah, a photograph would be really perfect. Now you just need to edit that. There's a lecture regarding editing a texture from a photo. So I'm not going to change this. I'm just going to cancel. And again, the done button is at the bottom. So I'm going to bring this to the other side of my screen. I'm just going to, can I make this smaller? Yeah, I can. So I can bring it back and you can see the done button right there. So I'll click done and I'm going to click apply and click OK and click OK. So that takes care, okay, of this instruction right here. Okay. I'll switch to the bump position. We did that. So we're good with this requirement. This one we did for W3. Ensure you have created the wall as a compound wall assembly, a single wall, right? With a multiple finish material. So the Adobe and the CMU. For W2 and W3, unlock the bottom. We're going to do this in the next video.